Jesus. Hey everyone, Josh here from Bricktown. Today we're going to get back into some Kerbal Space Program, and yeah, we're basically just going to jump right into it. So let's resume our saved game. Do I not? I didn't. Okay, so, oh, I was still in training. So I'm going to go, I think I said that I was going to be starting from the beginning of the game itself. I think I said I was going to stop doing the training, but I think I'm going to do the training. One more suborbital flight. So we're going to give that a shot today, and then I will continue from there. It's been probably a week or two since I've played, so I'm going to be a little rusty again, but that's okay. Oh my. Alright, Gene. Oh yeah. Gene, I remember you. Hello again, glad you could make it back. Today we will take an exciting step, getting our first Kerbal into space. Yup, with a capital S. Hopefully you remember the controls we discussed in the basic flight tutorial, but don't forget you can always press escape and click the view key bindings button for a reminder. If you're ready, let's get started. Okay. Alright, flight plan. Your mission today is to take a short, suborbital, less than orbital flight out over the water to the east. Can I zoom? Yeah. And I can do this. Okay, so that, I believe... Do I have a compass? It's unfortunate that I don't have just like a compass on screen, but yeah. That's east, going that way. That way, and the reason why they do that is because in real life they launch over the direction of water, because if you fail, you're just going to fall in the water. Or at least that's what I was told. Okay. I've set up the... It's a nice arching path to ensure a gentle, survivable re-entry. Straight up and straight down is not so good, right? I've set up the pink target indicator on the nav ball. This aim point... nav ball as aim point, but do note that this is not the case for normal missions. The target marker is normally used for other things and does not help with ascents. Starting with the nose pointing. Okay, so he's talking about this little ring right here. Starting with the nose pointing straight up at the launch pad, 90 degrees elevation from the eastern, yes. Tilt east to 80 degrees elevation on the nav ball by 150 meters per second. Start at 50 meters per second. Then tilt east 70 degrees on the nav ball by 400 meters per second. Start at 200. Yeah, after burnout, coast up into space, have a look around. Once we reach, i.e. burn out of propellant, we have a bit more time to discuss some other things. So basically this section here is trying to tell me how to accurately direct myself at what moments I should be at certain markers, because these are all degree marks. But I'm going to try and remember the advice that I heard from a walkthrough tutorial. Can't remember the name of the channel, unfortunately, sorry. But basically I think he says... Once you hit around 100 meters per second, you got to start tapping. I believe this is default. So this is north, that's east toward the water, west, and then this down here south. So you're going to go straight up, and then once you get to about 100 meters per second, you can start to tap to the right, or well, D. You can tap, 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 gently, 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 and it kind of gives you this nice little whoosh, arc. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, unlike the Hopper, our first lesson, this new craft has liquid fuel engines. This means we can use the throttle to set the output. Left shift, yeah, I already got that. And by default, I changed the default, by the way, which you can do in the settings. And I set the default to fully throttled. So I believe, X, yep, and it was automatically ready to go. So, try these out now. No, Gene, you cannot make me. SAS stands for stability. Yeah, I'm turning that shit on immediately. Now, can I target? Yeah, man, you're going to stay on target. That's what I want you to do. See, I figured this, right, anyway. Stability augmentation system. Basically, again, I explained in the last video, or the first video, in fact, that SAS basically is just telling this pilot here, Jebediah Kerman, to do his job. He's basically like, whatever I'm still in the gross, I'm still in control of the gross direction and movement, but he will keep the fine tuning and make sure that I am on the most stable path possible. So, I'm not going to read all that shice. Probably actually missed important things, but this craft is a bit too much engine, so we're going to throttle down for launch. Set your throttle, to 2/3 the upper. Wait, the upper of the two middle notches. So, there's the lower notch, second, third, fourth. So, the upper of the two... Is that this one? Maybe, I think they mean this one. So let's, was it control? Yeah, it was. I think that means this one. Also, turn on SAS to help control things. Press T. It will keep you pointed where you want to be pointed. Okay, so that is good to know. T. Yeah, okay. Now, it automatically stability assist. Yo, I'm just going to click this. Am I cheating if I do this? Because I'm pretty sure if I select this, I'm telling it which icon to be dedicated to follow, right? I'm doing it. It does not tell me to do it. This might screw everything up. Alright, next. Detailed information ahead. During this lesson, some of the information is quite detailed and could take a while to read, as this is a short suborbital hop, and I don't want you to miss anything important. I will place a warning at the top of pages where you might want to pause the game to read. The warning will look like this. Warning, detailed info, press escape to pause if necessary. Okay. Okay, enough talk. I will unlock the rest of the flight controls and you will be clear to launch. At any time you may press escape. I get it. I've enabled the target marker on the nav ball. Yes, I do see it. Give it a look, make sure you can see it, then get ready to... Yes. Light this candle. Alright. Double check your throttle to set to the upper of the two middle notches on the slider. So this is one notch. That's the other notch. The upper of the two middle. Okay, good. The SAS is enabled. Then hit space when ready to launch. Remember to start turning at 50 meters. Well, I'm going to see if he just fucking does it. This is going to be... I mean, this is either going to fail, which could be fun, or it's going to be awesome. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Nice, slow. Not too balls to the wall. Yeah, bro. He's doing it. He's just sticking right to the target. I'm not even... That's cheating. Because, I mean... Yeah, that's cheating. Now, we're aiming to get 70 so you can follow the marker as it moves. Can I use this moment to... Oh yeah, I'm throttling up. That's right. Yeah, SAS, check him out. Jebediah, look at you. You were a good investment. He is right on target. He's doing all the work. I don't do shit. Warning, detailed, press escape if necessary. It is necessary. Great work. You succeeded in getting your ship into a trajectory. Now, oh, yeah. I'm in... No. This starts at 70. Anyway, I've now set your target indicator to align with your velocity vector. That will minimize your drag by turning the smallest side of the object into the airflow. Somewhere around here you will see the nav ball speed indicator auto switch from surface to orbit, accompanied... Oh yeah, okay, there's surface, yep. Accompanied by the speed number jumping. Go ahead and switch it to the surface mode by clicking it until it says surface again. Alright. You might have noticed some flickering flames near the end of your burn there, which is due to the high speed of your craft in the atmosphere. Normally our ascent would be a little slower, but I'm sure my friend Werner has helped you build a ship that can withstand this heat. Besides, I mean, I didn't build this ship. I don't know if you noticed. You did, but okay. If you want to have a look at your trajectory, you can switch to the map key M. I was going to hit next, but I forgot that I paused the game. So, boom. Let's zoom in a little bit, see what the fudge is going on with this mofo. I guess I just don't have a... Alright. Coasting... No, I can get rid of that. I'm pretty sure, because that's just dead weight at this point, yo. Now that we are coasting our way to Apoapsis, that's the highest point in our current projected path. Let's go to map. So here's our map, and I can do a nice little flippy. Alright, so this is the Apoapsis. This is what he's talking about. Can I slow down time? I don't think I can. So I left here at the little launch pad. I'm doing this thing. I just dropped my doohickeys. They're falling somewhere. So now this guy is going to go up to the Apoapsis. We've got a little time to chat since you clear the atmosphere. Yes. So chat. Now, what to do in space? While we float up here beyond the atmosphere, I'll quickly tell you a couple of things you can do. With an advanced enough astronaut complex in the KSC, we can train our Kerbals to be able to spacewalk, or EVA, extra vehicle. Right. Although we don't want to be doing that on this flight. Although, also when we are carrying science devices, our goo containers, we can perform experiments. Feel free to play with the goo container. Yeah, I'm not gonna, because I don't get nothing from it. Move on, Gene. So now, you can see that based on my trajectory. Now, if I had other engines, I could do another burn at my Apoapsis, right about, well, actually, maybe right about here before it. Do a burn which would send me faster, and therefore this line here would start to widen. This arc would get softer and more ridiculous, and eventually I would just be in orbit. But this is suborbit. So now, let's see, can we zoom in anymore? Alright, so now I am technically... Oh, wait, what? Yo, you fucking... Alright, well anyway, I'm going back to my ship. Zoom. Alright. He is staying on target. Hold steady. 510. I am now descending. Do its job. Get ready to decouple the stage. And oh, I was supposed to decouple now? My bad. What are you gonna do, right? Let us tell him to face retrograde. Yeah. So now retrograde. Look at, he's so excited to have done something. He's like, oh man, you pushed the button, and that made me, oh wow. Alright, so yeah, you can select these to be his function, of which he is then going to pilot. That makes this game way easier. I was expecting I'd have to be on top of my shiznit, but that is not true. So that's neat. Aerodynamic stability during re-entry, you're pod oriented this way. Yes, I get it. Drags near the top. Aerodynamic forces alone will hold it. Warning, detailed, press escape if you pause. Okay. You are now re-entering Kerbin's atmosphere. Make sure to keep all hands and feet inside the... Yes, we don't want you to get shut up. Stop talking about things I don't need to know. Last time we watched the parachute icon and waited for the right time to do that. This time we're going to do something a little different. Remember, in the construction tutorial we were... where you design this vessel, you set the chute to not semi-deploy until 0.75 atmospheres of pressure, question mark? I didn't realize that was going to be a question. That means the chute won't perform the first of its 2 deployment steps until then. Even if you activate it by staging now, on Kerbin, 0.7 blah 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 means 2,000 meters altitude above sea, and the craft should be traveling slowly enough by then that the chute will survive deployment. So let's take the bold step of arming the chute now and let the smarts in there pop it at the right altitude. You know you can trust me. Stage the chute now by pressing space. Alright? You crazy son of a bitch, Gene. Crazy son of a bitch. If this works, I owe you your favorite bottle of vodka at the Christmas party. Bam! I made it do a thing. And it's like, no, bitch, you crazy. You still way the fuck. And I'm like, I know. Alright. Now, I do not have a heat shield still. Now I'm worried. Because, again, it just kicked me into this thing with a boat ready to go. I didn't make the boat or tell the boat what to do. Come on, Gene, hurry up with this retrograde bullshit. You are... Well, you're not very, you're a little slow there, aren't you? Oh. The fuck, he says. That was just being auto, because it's the shape of the thing. For fuck's sake. Oh, I know why. He probably did that on purpose. Alright, so, if I blow up, it is Kerbal Space Program's fault. I'm just saying. Oh, he's coming in hot, yo. He's coming in real hot. 2,000 meters above sea level, the chute should pop all by itself. Let's see if that happens, folks. We're at 10.
9. 8. There's the moon. Hello, moon. 7. Doing your thing, Jebediah. Nice, you're earning your pay. Earning your pay, bruh. Gonna get you home safely back to your wife and kids. 4. Here we come. 3. Alright, so at 2 it should just go.
Well, 2 even. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Yeah! And then at 1, it fully deploys. Shazam. Like goddamn magic. Alright. Yo. And of course we all know about Jebediah's fear of mysterious bodies of water. So, I mean, he's going to have to go through some counseling again, and, well, we're going to have to call the hazmat crew to hose him down when we get him out of the pod, because bad things are happening inside his spacesuit right now. I don't really want to get into it, but, well, I mean, if you've ever had, like, prune juice, and then you get, like, on a flight or something, and you can't go anywhere. Anyway, I'm not even... Yes, the chute is away. Now enjoy the leisurely float down. I was already leisurelying. So, thanks, Gene. Appreciate it, bruh. Here we go. 8 meter, 80, 70. This is nice. I like this. Oh, look at the realistic shadow action. Most realistic shadows you've ever seen. And we've got splashdown, folks. We have survived. Welcome back. And your first real mission, Dune. Dude, he was super pumped. He was dancing. Good for him. Okay. So I think I'm pretty sure... Oh, right. Can I... Yes? Right, no, because I can't. So we're going to just do that. And the scenario... Yes. Okay. So, alright, man, I want to be done training. I'll do one more. Advanced construction, yes. Ooh, oh yeah, with the, okay. Alright, again, I keep, I am wishy-washy. There are moments, because, look, this is going to get me to the moon, and then back from the moon, and then there's docking with a space station, and then what? Asteroid redirect? So it's like, it takes a while, and I do a lot of reading, and I do apologize. Maybe I can speedy, do a little bit of a speedy up bit, and not distort my voice to the point where you can't. I mumble anyway, it doesn't matter, Jesus H. Anyway. Yes, let's do this one. Alright, advanced construction. Welcome to the third and final tutorial about construction. The advanced construction tutorial. That's what we're all here for, buddy. Vista Venevan coming. I've had to delay some important work today to fit this in, so pay close attention as I show you how a real rocket scientist makes an orbital craft. Go on, inside the VAB. VAB. Do it. Do it now. Okay. In our last tutorial, we built a vessel that could escape the atmosphere, but it didn't have enough oomph to escape for long. This time around, we'll cover more advanced rocket design concepts like multiple stages and boosters, as well as the extra parts like RCS, which I don't know what that means, and solar panels. You'll want these if you spend more than a few moments in orbit. Minutes, moments, you can hash it out in the comments below. When we're done, you will have a craft capable of ascent to orbit, orbital operations, and a safe return to Kerbin. And you can test it out here in the Go for Orbit tutorial, which we will teach you how to make use of it all. Blech. Getting started. You'll notice that there are lots more parts available this time. That's because an orbit-capable craft is much more complex than the little puddle jumper I showed you how to make last time. However, the main principles are the same, so I hope you remember what I taught you. I'm gonna be honest, Mr. Von Kerman, very little. Just be patient with me, sir. Okay. If you mess up and, say, somehow manage to delete your whole craft, you can hit Control-Z, just like every other computer program since 1986. Select the pod. Again, you only have one pod available, so go ahead and select it. I feel like there's a pod monopoly going on here, folks. I didn't even get to place it. Alright. If you select the wrong part, well, I only have one, and it was already... Listen, man, you are fucking... You. Add the shoot. Utility? Is it utility? It is. Yes. I apologize. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so just last, yep, placed it. Adjust parameters. Is it that one? Alright, yeah, so I totally like that auto-deploy bullshit. That is nice. And this is honestly like... It's actually high. So I'm going to drop this bitch down. Let's do 450. Let's get daring. Wait, and again, like last time, adjust the parachute parameters by right-clicking on the part you just placed when the chute's main pressure is at. Click next. I don't want to do that. I want you fucking... What? Get in there. Alright, so maybe it's saying, no, you're an idiot. Yeah, it's saying, no, I'm an idiot. Oh, God. The upper stage. Alright, we are now going to construct the but an upper stage. This is just an example of how to do this thing. The upper stage will finish placing the pod in orbit, and once there, provide RCS steering thrusters and electricity for the pod. It will also provide all maneuvering capability in orbit, including the re-entry burn. Maneuvering capability in orbit, including... So it's coming down. It's coming back down. The whole upper stage comes back, I guess. It's going to consist of a decoupler. We don't want to carry it... Okay, so now I was just wrong. An RCS fuel tank, a liquid fuel tank, 4 RCS thrusters, 4 solar panels, 4 batteries, and an efficient upper stage engine. That's quite the shopping list, isn't it? So let me know when you're ready to... Well, I mean, it's like... Yeah. Alright. Add a stack decoupler, which is these things. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, right now. Okay. So we're going to take that. No. Clicking und sticking. Firstly, we will add a stack decoupler below and let us discard the parts we don't want. Right. Grab the decoupler from the toolbox and... Wait. Hold on. Utility. Science. How come I have not... Photovoltaic cell, panel, whatever, rechargeable battery, thermal. I still don't have a heat shield. I don't get it. Ground, arrow, payload, coupling, structural, command. Ooh. I like that. That's fancy. Engines. There's the Terrier. And the swivel. And the solid fuel boost. Oh, these are the boosters. That's solid. And then fuel tanks. These are all liquid. Oh, nice. I think, right? Right. Monopropellant. I don't understand what that is. Well, yeah. These are all liquid fuel. Anyway, alright. I'm getting totally... If the arrows are pointing down, that's not good. Detach it from the pod. Toolbox attached to the bottom. Playing close attention to the little red arrows as we discussed. Oops, nope. I gotta hit, nope. Is it this one? Yeah. So, paying close attention to the little red arrows as we discussed before point up to make sure that the coupler is oriented the right way. If the arrows are pointing down, which I've never even seen that happen, detach it from the pod using these things to rotate it. Oh, that's neat. You can rotate with the... Alright, attach an RCS tank. That's an RCS tank. That is not, and that is not. So I have a feeling they want me to do that. I did that. Tanks, yes. Boom. Tweaks RCS landing. Your craft is not going to need all the monopropellant in the tank, so to save some weight, right-click to get into the parts options and move the slider down to 100 units. Zoop, 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 zoop. Zoop, zoop. There we go. Monopropellant is called that because while large rocket engines use two propellants, fuel and oxidizer, RCS uses a single. RCS is generally less efficient. It's good for small velocity changes in any direction rather than just... Right. Add propellant tanks. We're going to add multiple liquid fuel tanks in this stage to get the right amount for the upper stage engine, and we need an extra tank to offset the weight. We need an extra tank to offset the weight of that. So to add a tiny rocket propellant tank, it's the one named 100, that's this guy. And add a medium one to do this guy. So first, boom, let's come down a little bit, and then one of these. It didn't say a decoupler. So this is the upper stage. I can't imagine it goes, oh, right, and then the Terrier, okay. Wow. Way off. Terrier, swivel, hammer, right. Boom. Boop, boop, boop. Look at that. Look at it. Lastly, the main part of this upper stage, yes, we'll call the engine. Terrier engine produces no thrust at sea level or air pressure, but is highly efficient in space. If you select the wrong engine, you can always throw it away. Next. Okay, center of mass. Alright, so this is going to be important. Let's zoom out. Yeah, there we go. We're going to zoom out a little bit. Can we slide you over there, homie? God, you're just in the way. Alright. That's pretty well assembled upper stage, if I do say so. So, well, you created it. I just did what you told me to do, so you are full of yourself. I'll get you to orbit if you put enough rocket under it. While we have this reasonably simple vessel here, well, let's explore one of the other useful tools we have available. To make sure that your ship flies controllably, some parts need to be placed carefully around a point inside the ship called the center of mass. This COM, or center of mass, is a spot where the mass on one side is balanced by the mass on the other side. Thrust applied through the center of mass will cause the ship to move without unwanted rotation, while thrust properly applied around the center of mass will cause the ship to rotate without moving. Right, so little thruster, yeah, so, okay, I get right. This makes the center of mass such a useful and important thing that we added a tool so the assembly building can show you with a marker. Let's have a look at that now. Click on the center of mass indicator toggle and we'll have it play. Here is a picture within the indicator highlighted. This guy. Ta-da! So as of right now, based on everything I've built with all of its weight of this, plus this, and all the weight of the fuel, all of that's been calculated, and now this is, which seems like a fair thing to, when you look at it, I mean, that is basically the middle of the thing. So center of mass right now is actually easy to visualize because it looks like, well, yeah, that's the center of the the mass, the thing. But you'll see that probably might not look the same soon. Okay, let's adjust the fuel levels in some of the oh, right, and see how this affects it. Right click on each of the fuel tanks and drag the fuel and oxides or propellant levels down to 0. Don't touch the monopropellant levels, as they won't be burnt. Drag the fuel and... Okay, that's an engine. Monopropellant. Right-click on each of the fuel tanks and drag the fuel and oxide... Oh, fuel tanks. I am not smart. So we won't burn... Right. Okay, down to 0. Sounds dangerous. Huh. Oh, well, I mean, okay, so that illustrates the goddamn point, really, but... Okay, so I did that one. Now we're going to do this one. I'm going to drag that down. Oh, yeah, you see that now? Because that was a lot of stuff. So as I am emptying this tank, all the weight now is going to come up to here, because that's pretty much more weight now in this thing and all this compared to this now. You know, you do it right? Okay, good. Next. Now refill the... God, you know, it's just like, I get it, dude, right? Making me take all these steps. Alright. Okay, now go ahead and refill the tanks. Proceed to add some of the accessories to our upper stage. They will transform it from merely something that gets us into orbit into something that helps us once we are there. That's powerful stuff, man. I really appreciate that. Now, where to place RCS thrusters. Now that you know where the center of mass is when the stage is full and ready, and when it is empty, you have the information you need to place the RCS thrusters. RCS thrusters are found in the command and control category. Moving the spaceship without rotating it is called translation. This is a useful kind of maneuver for several reasons, including docking to another craft. Okay. In order for translation with RCS to avoid unwanted rotation, you need to balance the thrusters around the center of mass so that the net sum of forces is balanced right on its natural pivot point, right, for 2 equal sets of the... Yes, each should be equivalent, right. What we're doing here, they should be right around the COM itself. What makes this complicated is that the center of mass changes during flight, as you just saw, so you need to place the thrusters in a compromised spot, right. Okay, so it starts here with everything being full and ready to go. By the time it's all empty and ready to be, but before it's ready to be decoupled, this center of mass is going to travel like we saw as somewhere up here. When that happens, so with that being said, I need to add my thrusters basically from between here is the center and here's the center, somewhere about here, would basically be the compromise of that. Notice that in career mode games, RCS thrusters don't become available until fairly late. In the meantime, the reaction wheel capability built into our command pod will probably be enough for turning in space, though reaction wheels will not allow you to translate. Right. Okay, so let's turn on the angle snap. Angle, yep. And we want 4-way symmetry. Turned on, place 4 on your upper stage. So let's zoom in again. We're gonna zoom in here. Now let's empty these out again. Empty that out. Now this is gonna get sent way up. Actually, it doesn't go that far. Alright, so that's pretty much... comes up a little bit too. Alright. So it's like up here to down here. So yeah, this basic line here is where I'm pretty much going to try and get those thrusters at. So now do I have... Okay, I'm back to all fuel everywhere I need. Stop it. Alright. Nope. Nope. Yep. There we go. Bam. Nailed it. The tiny rocket propellant tank is about... Right. The tiny rocket. Yeah, right. This guy right here. So, oh dear, I'm going to put it right there, though. You can use offset gizmo to fine-tune the position. Make sure, scoobity-boop, just to the right of the parts listed. Click RCS part. I don't care that much to have to think I have to reset it. I think that's just pretty much right where I'm going to put it. I'll learn. I don't know then, you know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know until I fail if that was the right place or not. So, wait. Hit space.
Christ. If you don't get the placement quite right, you can also use the offset gizmo, which I don't even fucking know. Thrust overlay, aerodynamic overlay, snap, symmetry. What is the offset gizmo? What the fuck is the offset gizmo? Tool, rotate, reroute, move, place. Yeah, I don't understand what the hell they're talking about, but make sure you turn the angle snap off before you... Sorry, so now I don't have angle snap. Congratulations. Click the offset on the upper left of the main editor window. What? I apologize. I don't understand what the f is going on. Alright, I'll be right back, and when I come back, I will have figured this out. Upper left of the main editor window. Upper left.
Oh, so you mean the fucking move tool? Okay, so I finally figured out what the hell they were talking about. So basically what they're saying is, if you put down an item like these thrusters, and they aren't apparently fucking millimeter precise to what I guess you... I'm honestly really frustrated by this whole thing. Because it just doesn't seem like it's that necessary to be that controlling or defined. I could be way off. It's fucking rocketry. I don't know. But it's a bit much, I think. And then it says, you'll want fine adjustment for that. Click the offset mode icon in the upper left of the main editor window. Well, I think we can all agree that this here constitutes for the main editor window, and it says upper left. So here's the upper left. It's not these fucking buttons, because they don't do shit, right? So then it's got to be these, right? But none of them say offset mode. None of them say offset mode. So this says tool place, tool move, tool rotate, or fucking reroute. So none of these say offset mode, right? But if you investigate and you click on something fucking finely, it says select an attached part to offset. Thanks. So maybe just change this to tool offset. Then you can click it. And then, wow, fucking cool, right? Like, that is mag. I just don't understand it, dude. Who gives a shit? Anyway, then, or if you don't, even then it says, if you don't like this adjustment, if you want to reset your reset, hit space. Dude, ridiculous. Anyway, I am done being angry about that. Moving on. Electric charge. Lots of things on a craft use electric charge, EC. That's what us cool scientists call rocket electricity. Okay? In order to keep your batteries topped up, you will need a way of generating power. Now, some engines generate electricity when they're running, but you don't want to keep your engine running in orbit. Your orbit would get all kinds of messed up, right? And you will run out of propellant. Fair enough. Our command pod has some batteries built into it, but to be safe, you can add more batteries. And you can add solar panels or other electricity generating items. We're going to do both. Alright. Switch to the electrical category, which I believe would be that one. Yes, there are these things here. And ensure we have angle snap turned on. And we do. 4x symmetry mode. Yes, we will use our part rotation skills to adjust the panels before placing them. Lastly, WASD, Q, and E. Right. Grab the aux stat, solar panel. Hold it over the lower end of the fuel tanks. Down here and press A to rotate it 90 degrees and click. Okay. Okay. So these bad boys. He said to put them like, I guess, McFucking here. A. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We're going to go with that, I guess. And now go ahead and place a set of the batteries between the pair. Oh, look at that. I do love symmetry. Like, a lot. Okay, so now maybe in this moment, I can kind of see now if I wanted to do this, and then this, and I did, not what I wanted to do. Oh, I am not smart. You know what we're going to do? We're going to use the Control Z command, because that's cool. And then we're going to go to the batteries. We're going to turn off our toggle there for that. And now we can... Oh, that's what I meant to do. And I'm happy with that, so we're going to move on. Upper stage complete. Excellent work. You have built a nice starter upper stage, which will do well for some Kerbal exploration. Now we need to work on getting up into orbit, and for that we'll build up our lower stage. In comparison to the upper stage, it's quite simple. Just a couple of tanks and an engine. That won't be enough, however. We'll add some boosters too. Cool. So, to add a stage decoupler, we need to go here, and we want the stack oh. On the bottom of the Terrier. Ooh. Okay, that looks weird. Notice how when you... a fairing is played... Oh, fairing! Okay, that makes sense. This will get jettisoned automatically when the stage decouples. Right. Cool. Now we need to add the fuel tanks for our lower stage. Add 2 of the medium rocket propellant tanks, FLT-400. Is this it? No. FLT-400. That goes there. Let us come down, and we're going to put 2 more. Dude, this rocket's getting to be fucking serious. I'm excited. Ooh, the swivel engines. Swivels. Alright. Let's get scientific for a second. Rocket engine performance is measured by specific impulse, or ISP. And the ISP of an engine changes as the amount of atmospheric pressure around it changes. So the higher you go up, the less atmospheric pressure. That will affect the engine's performance. I get that. Just as the upper stage needed an engine that is good at the low air pressure of high altitudes, the lower stage will need boosters which are powerful at high air pressures of the low altitude of the launch pad. Yes. And to help carry the rocket through the transition from launch to upper stage, it will need a sustainer engine, which usually sits between the boosters and the upper stage, for a performance perspective, having a wide range in between the two. So add the big engine you see there, the T-45 swivel at the bottom. Oh, this is our sustainer. Okay. Tweak the swivel. Right-click the swivel and lower its thrust limiter to 65. Thrust limiter to 60. Whoops. 5. God damn it. Good enough. If that 0.5 kills me, I will be mad. It will only produce 65% of its full thrust potential, but will also run longer because it's only burning 65% as much of fuel. Cool. Radial decouplers, nice. You now have the core of your rocket completed, but as I said before, we will also be adding boosters to help the sustainer engine get the rocket up and running. We'll add 2 boosters symmetrically so that we keep our craft balanced and to make sure that we don't lug the useless mass of the boosters around. Burn out. We'll attach them using decouplers. So here we go to the part that I thought we were doing. This time, however, we'll use a radial decoupler and boosters can sit. However, we'll use radial decouplers so the boosters can sit beside our lower stage core instead of under it. That way the sustainer and boosters can fire at the same time. So I guess we all agree that that's 4, first of all. So let's cycle through that. 2. Can we zoom out for a second? I kind of like that. Symmetrically, boo boo boo. This time, however, sit beside our lower stage core. Yeah, okay. Select that thing and add 2 symmetry to the bottom of the lowest tank. Wow. Reading is good. I like it. More boosters is something you often hear around Kerbal Space Center, and now it's time to add some. Add a pair of RT hammers. Hammer time, yes. The couplers. How do I just... Can it just fucking... Shouldn't it just fucking... Like that? Okay, alright. Looking pretty phallic, not gonna lie. Look at the doodads and all the technology. That's so cool. Okay. To this early, yeah, alright. Oh, we're gonna tweak the hammer. Right click on one of the SRBs and change its thrust limiter to 50. Do note that changing a tweakable value on one part that's been placed using symmetry will have the same effect. Neat. Thrust limiter to 50. No. There we go. What's next? Wait, is that true though? It is true. Science. Oh my god. Can we just pretend that... Good. Go away. Right? Oh, for crying out loud. 50. Okay, good. How do I make you go away? Oh. Add nose cones. Aerodynamics. Yes. Oh yeah. Frickin' nose cones. Using, yeah, the 2 time. I'm still doing that. Still got it. Add fins. While we're on that tab in the toolbox, let's add some fins. 2 fins come in various sizes and styles, but we only have this one type. Near the bottom of the lowest fuel tank in the lowest stage, intersect decouplers. Word.
Let's do that. Now let's come in here. Does that make work? Schnopes. Okay, so let's take this. We want 4 times symmetry. Oi! But why? How do I fucking... What? What's the fucking... Damn it, I learned that 8 years ago now. Okay, I want you to do that thing.
Alright, so, you know when I was all, like, angry for no goddamn reason earlier about, like, people, like, using this whole thing here? Well, yeah, it turns out I'm an asshole because this, you do need to use fine-tuning, and I didn't think about it, but you do. Whoa, whoa. Okay, I was going to be like, dude, this isn't even technically attached, but we're not going to tell anybody. Okay, fixed staging. Excellent. Now, we've all got the components on our basic orbital rocket, but let's run through a few extra things before we call it a day. Firstly, we should review the staging stack to check the order of actions and parts displayed here. Firstly, we should review the staging stack, which is all this, right? It's lucky I've highlighted this for you because... Highlighted what? Because the SRBs are set to fire before the sustainer. SRBs. Oh, right, okay, right. So... and that just won't do, you won't have enough thrust. Move the swivel staging icon down into the same stage as the SRB. Okay, so then when I press space, all of this engine, this fuel tank, this engine, and these two solid fuel boosters will fire at the same time. Automatically creating staging sequence would work if we did not want the long-burning sustainer to ignite at the same time as the thrust, but since we do, we adjust it manually. Next. Align for launch. Finally, pick up the pod and rotate it 90 degrees around the vertical axis. This will rotate the ship, not just in the VAB, but also set its orientation when we go into launch pad, so that our desired flight heading of east, compass 90 degrees, will be a matter of steering in the pitch up and down axis rather than yaw. By default, are oriented. Okay. So, pick up the pod and press Q or E for why. I think that's right. Was that the way I started? That's the way I started. That's the way... I like it. Alright, I guess that worked. Action groups. I see it down there. We always make every effort to ensure our brave crew survive, and hopefully you will take the same stance in your space program. It doesn't always work out that way, of course, but it's the thought that counts, at least to those of us. Yes, exactly. With that in mind, let's set up an abort action group for your craft for use in case of emergency. Note that in your career mode, you'll have to upgrade the VAB or SPH in order to access action groups. Click on the turquoise action groups button on the left of the toolbar. It's part of a cluster of 3 buttons.
Whatever. Turquoise action groups. Action groups. Oh. Actions. Oh, what the Oh dear. Okay. Next. Oh dear God. Action groups let you assign the functions of one or more parts to a single specific... Action groups let you assign the functions of one or more parts to a single specific key. There are some default action groups. Landing gear automatically go into the gear group, brakes and wheels, and some custom ones activated by the keyboard, not keypad numbers, because of the order of these keys on standard keyboards. The action groups are numbered 1 through 9 and then 0. To set up an action group, click on the desired action key from the menu, then click on the part you want to activate. Abort is what I want. Click on them and move them to the right. That's it. I can't do nothing with it. Can't do it that way. Can't do it that way. We're going to set up the abort action group. It's triggered by pressing backspace. Okay, or clicking the big red abort button in flight, which I think is usually somewhere up here. It slides out from the left. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. First click on the abort button. Did it. Great, now click on the decoupler right below the pod and adds decouple action to the group. That is a coupler. I'm confused. So this is the boom booms. And then... the fuck? Oh, I can just... I'm so stupid. Anyway. Click on the decouple right below and add its decouple act. Oh. Weird, dude. I get it now. I'm getting this, but damn, this is... It gets involved. Since these are placed with symmetry, applying the action... Oh, yes. Okay, click on each liquid fuel engine. Which are... That's solid. Dude, this is really frustrating. I'm gonna go through this thing. Fucking again. Jesus fucking Christ. Click on the decoupler right below the pod. This is the fucking pod. Click on this thing. Yup.
Group actions. Decouple into the group. Nice. Liquid engine. Shut down. Function. Nice. This fucking thing. Shut down. Okay. Okay, so that took another, fucking lifetime to figure out what the hell was going on there, but I did. So finally, I got all of this abort stuff correct. So we will go and finally click next. Alright, and here we are. I'm going to type a name here. I'm going to call this... Spaceballs. So this is Spaceballs, the rocket ship. Alright, it's ready to fly. It's been a long lesson, and thanks for hanging in there. Yeah, man, I almost didn't. Which we covered a lot of different advanced techniques. Give the news to yep. Nope. Yep. And I recommend you try flying it in the Go for Orbit tutorial. Note, any vessels you create here will be lost. Dune. So we're doing this. I'm ending this headache on a high note. And we're going to launch. Thank you for sticking here with me, folks. I appreciate that. This will probably get cut into 2 parts. I think I've been at this for a couple hours at least. So this will definitely get cut into at least 2 parts, if not 3. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let us just quickly familiarize ourselves. So again, right off the bat, first stage, full throttle. I like it. SAS. I want this guy to be facing... Oh, I can't do any of that. What do we got? Normal, radial out. I'm not going to fuck with any of that shit right now. So that's good. Our staging is greenlit. We are ready to go. The first stage will fire, which will be those and that. Or I should say those and that. Then that is exhausted. At this point, those decouple. Okay, yep, good, good, good. Then it is ready for this engine to burn. No, oh, Oh, it decouples. Oh, that's a decouple. Okay, then the engine burns, and it decouples again, and then I'm safely home. Alright, so with that being said, my goal here is to get to 70,000 meters, and that is up in space. Space. And at that point, that's all I really have to do. The next tutorial will get me into actual orbit, which will be more complicated and more of me swearing at myself and cutting it out later. So, alright, here we go. And launching in 3, 2, 1. Scoobity boop. Alright, so now we can look at our solid fuel and our liquid fuel. Everything is looking nominal. Getting nice and quick. We're gonna there really is no, I'm just going straight up. So let's start to hopefully maybe, oh no. Alright, so now I'm going to start to try and get myself up and over the ocean. I don't want to go too far because I can get myself very much in danger. Solid fuel's out. Liquid fuel is still going. Should I decouple that? Oh no, why? Oh dear. That is so not good, dude. Why did you do that? It's empty though. I can't decouple it. This is a disaster. Well, after all that, dude. Alright, well, I didn't even get into space? Oh. There we go. I knew. I was like, wait a second, this is bored of this ride. 7, 3, 4, 5, there we go. Second burn. Wow, I am not good at this so far. But I'm going for it, yo. I'm going for it. I want to reach that 70. I need to get up in here. I'm still in the atmosphere, technically. I can't throttle up. I'm already going. Is this going to work? $49.50. Yeah, I totally did not get this right, but you know, you live and you learn. And I'm getting there. Shut up, cell phone. 60,000. Alright, man. Alright. So it's not like I'm going super fast, but I'm super efficient. Look at that. Look at that nice fade into all this beautiful space. I got some parts down here, man. Oh, nice. Yes, I am officially in space, in fact. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going, dude. I don't even give a shit. Is this, nope. I'm going toward the moon. I don't even care. You can't stop me. I know I'm not going to get there. Am I going to get sucked back into orbit? Or, I mean, not orbit, into the atmosphere, dude. Okay, so I'm changing my altitude, and as I do that, you see how this arc is expanding now? It's because I'm doing that. I'm making that happen. I might. Oh. Uh-oh, fuel just ran out. Jettison that bitch. Don't need you no more. Dude, 7, 8, yeah, I'm still going. Dude, I am nowhere near my apoapsis. I'm gonna come up on the other side of the planet. Which is, that's okay by me, honestly. I might even hit some land. Cool. Alright, now. That's not what I wanted. Why can I not warp time? Dude, yo, this is gonna take forever. Gonna take forever. But that's neat, dude. I got way up into space. I mean, I am legit. You can't deny the fact that I am in space. Here's my capsule. Let's have you face retrograde. Right? 2, 3, 4. Well, technically, it's the moon. Hi, moon. Someday I'll get to you. Someday. Alright, so I'm still gonna face prograde for now. Jeb, you're doing good. You're my buddy. Let's check out his view. Ooh, it's space. That's all he can see, dude. That is weak. That is weak sauce. But, oh, I got power, so now I can actually see my gauges and switches. Alright, so none of these things actually do anything. That's unfortunate. Oh, no, that does. Well, I don't have any engines, so it doesn't even fucking matter anymore. Cool. Alright, so let's go back to this. 8, 1, 2. I'm still climbing. Wow, and those that that was my last. Yeah, okay, yep. Spaceballs debris. So I was launched basically from here, I'm pretty sure. And I should be coming down over here? Or is this saying I'm going to get over here? Where's that map? Oh, wow, dude. Yeah. I'm going way over that, and I am ending up over there. Dude. Neat. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When I say neat, I think that's pretty neat. Man, look at this. You can go to all these things. What are these question marks? Unknown object. Cool. Huge. Oh no, oh no. Can I get out of this? Yep. Back into space. No! Son of a bitch. Well, whatever. Alright guys, thanks you so much for watching. I very much appreciate this. And, yeah, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment, or just leave. And also, don't forget, feed your cats. A lot of people don't really take that seriously, but no, really, you gotta feed your cats. Don't overfeed your cats. Fat cats are cute. Everyone's like, oh, look, he's so punchy, but you're slowly killing him. So don't overfeed him, but also do not forget to feed him. Thank you, and good night.